Who are you? You don't know. Don't tell me Negro. That's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith.
Look, I say, bitch, stop calling my phone about some nonsense. Hold it, killing my vibe, don't kill my conscience. Roll it. Have you ever seen a nigga that ain't never have shit? Make his way up out the bricks and then my new shit potent like the weed I smoke. My mind no dope. You can tell by these lines I wrote. A nigga figured if I stimulate a minute, put them all up in their feelings, I'ma have these youngest mindless dope. See, we don't give a.
I like to welcome you to Motherfucking World's Best Podcast in the world. It seems very fitting that a DJ is here.
Yeah, I was trying to drop some bombs. Like,
do you think? I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I don't. I got some on my laptop.
Okay.
I got some good ones.
You got some good ones?
Yeah.
So, before we start, we normally introduce people, especially when they haven't been here before. So, take some time out and welcome the people. I gotta get this correct. It is is it all hell DJ Zell? Or
It's DJ Zell, but it's all hell DJ Zell. So it's just DJ Zell, but still all hell
DJ Zell.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to make sure because a DJ's name is very important to a DJ.
Yeah,
tagline is important. Period.
I think it's crazy that you say that. That's something I struggle with. But then I be thinking about like rappers, like imagine like Diddy. This guy could change his name 3 times. Like
that's true.
I don't think the name matters as much as just like the brand. Like
okay, so let's start there then. When we talk about DJing as a brand, what do you like? Because you brought it up. So what does that mean to you? And when you think of that, what does that signify?
I mean, I think it's just like having a presence, as far as just being able to, especially as a DJ, just being able to carry like a party or like being able to get people to come out and support whatever it is you're doing. Like even like when the pandemic started, we were doing like
virtual
parties, like getting people to come online and like interact with that. Like it's not easy to do.
I respect it.
So what was that transition like with you? Because you mentioned the pandemic. So what was that transition like, going from like controlling a room to controlling a link?
I would say like it was hard for somebody like me, because especially when I DJ, like I'm interacting with people like outside of just like the music. Like I gotta get the feel for the people. Like I really need to see your energy, see how you move, and see like your body language, because all that stuff matters to me when I'm thinking about like what I'm gonna play next. Because I'm not really one of those people that just have like
a set sheet.
Yeah, like I'm not about to just play from 1 to 92.
I feel what you said.
So I try to play off the feel of people. So not being able to actually feel and touch those people, it changed a bit. But at the same time, like I feel like you have another like an internet presence, and like being able to interact and engage those people is like something totally different. So being able to merge the two was kind of cool. So
how did you get into DJing, and like what brings you to that? Because when I think of DJing, I think of something that like is part of hip hop to its core, like one of the 4 pillars of hip hop type shit. So I wonder, like, has it been something you like always been part of, or you just kind of like found your way?
All right, so like I've always been like a big music person. Like just like music has always been like a big part of my life. Like no matter what, like anything that I'm doing or going through, like music was always my outlet. So I just found a way to channel it, I guess. And I got introduced to DJing by shout out to one of my old heads. I actually was married to my aunt. but he was just like an old head DJ. And then at some point, it was like this crazy summer. I can't tell you, 2012, 2013, and I used to live in Kinland. We used to have fucking parties at my fucking house every weekend, and it would just be like this nigga DJing like out back, and it would just be some old crazy shit, and I would just be doing whatever I was doing too, and coming through just like listening, like seeing what he was doing, and eventually one day, my brother was having a birthday party, and he was supposed to DJ, and then he couldn't do it, so. The day of, I had like an interview for a job, so I'm like scrambling, trying to get my stuff together for the interview for the job. I don't even remember what the job was. What I was interviewing for. Some kind of bullshit odd job. But the same day I went, he showed me what all the buttons do on this controller, and gave me the stuff, and I did the party, and it was probably horrible looking back on it, but like the people enjoyed it, so it gave me like a thought like I could do this.
So that's interesting. You say you thought so you thought it was horrible, or did you like when someone was like, "Yo, that wasn't it"?
No, they were all having a good time. I was just looking back on it, I was just picking songs, so I was probably just like, especially it was like an old head crowd job like too, so I was just like playing. I probably played mostly go-go, like you know what I'm saying, like something real smooth, and just pick songs that I at that point all I could do was find songs that I knew the name of, like so I would just find songs that I knew the name of and be like, oh yeah, I know this song, and play it.
That's what you said. You said something I thought you said just picking songs. What does that like? What is the difference between that and DJ?
I feel like. When you DJ, especially depending on what kind of event it is, or like, yeah, like there's a difference between like just picking songs just to pick them and like actually trying to set a vibe or like setting up different plays or setting up different moods. Like, I feel like music really has the ability to control people's emotions. So if I can get you. Subconsciously thinking and you don't even know, like I'm taking you to a place and then I drop a song and you like, damn, where does it come from? And now you vibing with me, you don't even know it. That's the best feeling. Like I feel like sometimes then that's when I get the best satisfaction is when like I'm playing something that most people wouldn't know or haven't heard in a long time, something like that, and it's just like, oh shit, all right, cool. Like, yeah, now we having a good time. Yeah, now it's time to party.
I want to talk about the technical aspect, like the actual transitions, scratching, things of that nature. Is that something that was like harder for you because maybe you kind of got into the game later, or is it something like you had to study? Like, how does that work? I'm always curious.
It's funny that you say that because, yeah, it was harder for me. Definitely a lot harder for me. But... especially early, I just kept it easy. Like I just didn't try to do too much. I think a lot of DJs fall wrong when they start out. They just try to like be that guy. Like, they just try to do all, like everything that they see the top guys do or the best guys that they see do, and it's not that easy to just do that shit. like, some of that shit is hard. Like it takes time all that shit is timing. So it takes time and practice to get to do any of that shit for real. So, for me, I think I used to like just watch niggas. Like I would my DJ friends, I would go like be out with them watching them DJ. I would fucking be watching YouTube. I'd be watching like fucking I was gonna say Jazzy J. Like I'd be
shit.
Oh yeah, it's my guy. Shout out to like the battle DJs. Like I'd be watching just them getting like the technical stuff. Like I watched them like fucking, because especially in the DMV area, it's a lot of fucking like good DJs. Like all kinds of like every kind of genre that you want to think of. Like it's a lot. Like when you think about like the guys who won like championships and like battle DJs, it's like you got guys like DJ Trays, S1, like those guys. Some of the shit they do, I didn't see, like, it's just insane.
I'm curious because the way you're talking about this as a craft, like I see you light up, like I see you like championships and this and that. What about this art form in particular? Take away the music, but just DJing. What about that really makes you kind of do that light up that I see in you?
To be honest, I was thinking about this not too long ago, but I think it's the competitiveness of it. Like, it's real life, like a thing. Like, it's friendly for the most part, but like definitely a competitive sport. Like, like you competing for the people. Like,
and you're spotted at that nightclub.
Yeah. I mean, basically, so. Yeah, I mean, it's very competitive. Like, I especially, I mean, every DJ that I've met is competitive. Like, and it's just like a natural thing. So, and then being somebody who's played sports my entire life, it's just like a natural competitive. Like, I'm competitive at my normal job. I be trying to beat the fucking guys the tickets.
I'm curious with this competitive nature and talk about DJ. Is it about like being on the same bill as like 4 or 5 DJs, or is it, hey, the person next door is rocking a party too, so I gotta rock it? Like, where does it start and where does it end?
So being on the same bill is a different thing. That's something different. Like, it depends on the party with that. Like, sometimes DJs just don't understand that shit, but like, when you're competing party to party, that's a thing. That's a real thing. So competing party to party is again just fun. Like, sometimes you could be doing 2 totally different parties, I mean, at the same time, it's enough for everybody. So it, like, you could have 2 popping ass parties. They just be like, hey, you know what? I was next door. That shit was crazy. And then, you know what? Shit was crazy over there too. Like, yeah. But I think, and it's possible for that to happen. It should be that way if everybody just work together.
So, talk about working together. It seems like that doesn't always happen within this friendly battle or competitive nature of DJing.
It's not DJs. It's everything
promoters?
else, man. It's everything else. Like, cause you gotta deal with promoters. You gotta deal with the club. You gotta deal with people who may not be at the club but have power. Like, that's the thing.
Like?
I'm about to say, take us into that world of because you're in the nightlife industry, for lack of better words. The DJs are one part of it. We have promoters, we have we have all these different people.
But bottle girls are themselves are promoters.
Yes.
We got all DJs are themselves are promoters. So with all that being said, where do you kind of see, like he said, where do you fit in that whole eco space?
I mean, I just see myself as somebody who like to have fun. So, I mean, of course, not to say that I'm not always looking like at the business aspect of it, because that is a thing. But if it's not fun for me, I'm not doing it. So, like, if I got to work too hard for, like, deal with too many moving pieces, like, nah, I'm just not going to do it because it don't be worth it. But
You currently, is it safe to say that Cloud Lounge is the spot you are at?
I'm in a couple places.
Okay.
I'll be around.
You be around, okay. Because I was curious.
I do be at Cloud though. I do be at Cloud.
R&B nice.
R&B nice because
R&B Wednesday.
we came through and it was a good vibe.
For sure.
A really fun vibe.
Thank you for having us.
See, thank you guys for coming first and foremost. Like, I appreciate you guys. And, like, that's what I try to do, like, something different. Like, I actually, like, some people talk about playing R&B. I actually get into it. Like, I'm playing everything. And that was, to be honest, y'all, that was a chill night.
That's what I'm saying, but it was
like,
fun though.
Super chill like that. But that's the thing. That's what I want. Like, I don't really care how many. It don't gotta be packed every night for me to be having fun, or for everybody to have fun and have a good time. Like I feel like we can all have a good time. Like get drinks, smoke what you gonna smoke, enjoy yourself, get your hookah. You know what I'm saying? Dance if you gonna dance. You know what I'm saying? Rock if you gonna rock. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is that you gonna do, bob your head, rap the song. Like let's have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Go home, everybody get home, say. What else can we say?
How long did it take for you to get over the fact that it doesn't matter how packed the room is for everyone to have fun?
I haven't gotten over it. I don't think I will ever get over it. Okay. It bothers me. I don't know. I think what bothers me is that some people can be so like oblivious to the fact that they the one fucking it up for everybody else. Like everybody else in the party can be having a great time, and there's just one person that's like fucking it up. Like doing too much, too drunk, falling over, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking up the party. So yeah, man, it's always one person, if not more. But
I'm curious. Oh, continue.
No, that's all right.
Oh, no, I'm just curious because you seem to be big on the energy, feeling the energy and it leading you in different ways.
Yeah.
So is that a reason why, like, you'll never get over it? Because, I mean, there got to be certain places where you like, yo, there's only but so many people can even be in here. Like, you know, stuff like that. Or is it just like, I always need this. I always need a certain amount or a certain energy.
I feel like I get over it. Like, I'll always get over it. Like, it's not like something that I'm like going to dwell over. Like, I don't go home and be like, damn. Well, no, that's a lie. Sometimes I might, sometimes I might go home and be like, damn, this shit wasn't what I wanted it to be. But if that's the case, it might have been on me, it might not have been. But yeah, I might suck on it a little bit. But I always get over it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like.
Well, with that being said, how do you tailor your parties? Because you do the R&B nights, but one thing I realized was that at a certain time in the party, you kind of felt the crowd and you were like, no more R&B.
Yeah, I went up.
So I'm curious, is this something, like you talk about Phil a lot, is this just like, hey, we've hit our peak and I got the crowd, or hey, the crowd is saying they need something more? Because even with some of the R&B, you played a lot of, I would say, like, rap R&B, because you were like, yo, I see kind of what the...
But again, like, that's what I mean. I was going along with the crowd. Like, that's what the feel was for me at the moment. I really, like, there's been R&B Wednesdays where I just go, like, all straight, like, sing along, Deborah Cox, Alicia Keys, Keisha Cole, Beyonce, like straight back to like, and just go hard like that. But it just depends. So yeah, I'm just going along with the vibe, like with the vibe that I feel from the people. So yeah, it really is just about everybody else. I feel like I don't have a dog in the fight when I'm DJing. Like it's not for me. I listen to music for me when I'm in the crib or in the car or doing my thing. Like
I like that. No dog in the fight for me.
Nah, not at all. I think that's what people be getting it fucked up at. Like it's not me. Like I want y'all to have a good time. It's not like
but with that being said, can a shorty or a homie come up to you in the DJ booth and be like, hey, I need you to play this? What is when I say that, or when I bring up that scenario to you, what's the first thing that goes through your mind?
No. So, no. I'm not one of those guys. I'll listen.
Interesting.
I'll listen. I'll entertain it. It depends on how good or bad it is. If it's some dumb shit, I'm just going to listen and be like, yeah, all right, cool, and never do it. And no matter how many times they come back and ask me. If it's something good, I'll definitely play it, because I'll be like, ooh, you know what? Or I was already going to play it, or damn, I didn't think of this. This is a good song to put in my mix at the time. So, yeah, I'll rock. Or it might take me to a different place. So, yeah, I'll rock requests. And if it's your song and I don't know you and you just some random person that's coming up to me in the middle of my job at the club, I'm going to charge you. because I'm at work.
Hey,
and this is my job, and I'm at work, and you interrupted me because you want something done for yourself. Not for the party. It's for you.
So I have a question. How do you fight timing and feeling? Because a lot of times DJing is about timing. Mm-hmm. You talk a lot about feeling. Mm-hmm. So it's like
it's a mix of the two. It's like that's why I love DJing is because there's so many things going on at one time. Yeah, I gotta feel everybody's vibe, and I still gotta change the song every fucking 30 to 45 seconds. I gotta make sure all the sound is correct. I gotta make sure that nobody drop nothing over here. I gotta make sure everything is going on cool around me. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, check and make sure I introduce all these people's birthdays. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, make sure it's a bottle girl coming back into this table. Like everything at one time. So I'd be like, all right, cool. And then at the same time, take these 2 shots. So
he said, don't forget the shots. Don't forget the shots
too, for sure. So
what I'm curious about is what happens when you're DJing from 7 to 12. The crowd at 7, you play a song, WAP, for example. You play it at 7:15.
I would never play a song WAP at 7:15.
Okay, well,
that's a lie. I don't know. It don't matter.
But I'm curious, what happens when you play a song when the crowd maybe isn't fully there or into it, and then a few hours later you're like, yo,
I should have played it again. I would play a song again if I feel it. That's another thing about it being filled. I used to be like adamant about I'm never playing the song more than once, like in a set. But as I've grown, I've noticed and felt like there's times where it's necessary. Like it is certain songs. Like right now, if you come to a party with me on a Saturday, you're gonna hear me play Super Gremlin twice. That's just how it is. At some point, like I might play it early, I might play it like it's gonna get played twice. Though.
I knew the perk was fake.
Yeah,
I still
yeah. And I'm gonna start it over, like so you can make sure you feel it.
As you should.
So is there a certain how long would you say you've been DJing? 7, 6? Like what would you put the number on your career?
I would say like it's weird for me to put a number because I like started DJing, but like all right, so I had
professional.
I would say I've been professional technically for 8, but that was like I was professional as a mobile DJ first.
8 years?
Yeah, I was doing mobile gigs first.
So explain that kind of nuance or difference.
All right, so mobile gigs are different because technically you're carrying I'm carrying all my own equipment. So I'm taking all the speakers, my own controller, sometimes my own table, like my whole setup. And with that, I can charge what I want for that. And then it's just me charging for that. And I charge by the hour for that. But club is something totally different because sometimes the only thing I'm carrying with me is my laptop. And then I'm getting paid directly from this person or that person that's setting up. Like it's no
hourly rate.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting little tidbit or like difference. So like when you're at one of these spots you be at, are you more inclined to like make that a thing because you're like, hey, I'm gonna be here every night getting this, or is it like, yo, I'd rather be out here just trying to like kind of freelance my way through the bag?
I think for me, it's just like I like my freedom, so I like to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. So I like to be able to do the mobile parties. Like some of them just be so fun, like weddings and stuff like that. And that weddings are included in events that mobile DJs do.
Gotcha.
So like weddings are a big thing, a part of what I do, and weddings are like awesome. Like I imagine going to like 10, 15 weddings a year. Like it's spectacular, bro. Like everybody's there, they having fun. It's like the best time in these people's lives. Like everybody getting drunk, having a good time. It's awesome. Great things to be around. There are different events outside of the club that are fun. So, like, yeah, I love to be doing all those things.
So besides weddings, give us a memorable travel gig.
A memorable travel gig. Oh, I did a crazy. They're gonna curse me out because I can't remember the name of the series. I did a series. There was a series that came out on Amazon. I did their
Release party?
Yes, in Philly. It was amazing. What's it?
Cobra gigs,
yeah. Oh, I've done all kinds.
Guy.
I've done all kinds of stuff, man. I've done all kinds of stuff for like big companies. Like I'm not naming these guys.
Protect the back chain.
Nah, they not worth it. It ain't even about my brand. I ain't shouting them out for free.
I feel that. So I'm curious, like he said, like outside of just like weddings, what are some of the more obscure things or things that people would be surprised they want to DJ at?
Somebody recently just told me that they were calling me about sound, but they're doing sound for a funeral.
So you need a DJ for a funeral?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I guess that does make sense.
I've DJed
celebration of life.
I've DJed receptions before. I've done all kinds of charity events that are cool. Those are real fun too. Especially with the kids. Things have been a little weird since COVID, but before COVID, doing like the school events, like the proms and formal.
I never really thought about stuff like that, but
yeah.
Don't you need DJs at a prom? Like,
Yeah,
yes.
bro. Yeah,
Definitely have one of those.
Yeah, that's a mobile DJ gig. That mobile, you know what I'm saying? So when you have your own equipment and stuff like that, you can do those things. Some DJs just don't take the time to invest in equipment, so they're not able to do those things unless they rent the equipment out. So I mean,
I was just about to ask. So when people
possible.
get in because I was going to ask, like, how come some of these DJs that do clubs don't do traveling gigs with you? Just answer my question, because it's either they don't have the equipment or
they don't. I mean, some of them.
Or is it an ego thing?
No, yeah, that too. But some of them are just content in where they are, and you know they don't need the money to do those events, so they just won't. Me, I can't, like, again, I enjoy being around people having a good time. So if it's an event that I think is like a good event, people having a good time, try to be there.
I'm curious, if I was like, yo, I'm having a hoedown and I need...
I've done an event like that. It was like a 50-year-old birthday party. They had the fucking hats.
Okay, line dancing.
They came through with all this shit.
Everything.
The hay. They had the motherfucking bandanas. They had the roulette tables.
Okay.
They was going in like
That sound lit.
Good time. Like, but always we rocking.
So
Are these black or white people?
They was black.
Yeah, but I'm curious,
This
like,
is like Waldorf or some shit like that.
when do you get certain playlists for this, or is it just still vibe out?
Sometimes people send me playlists, but for the most part, I don't. Nah, for the most part, it's just like, nah, you trust your judgment. Like, a lot of my work mobily is like word of mouth. It's not. It don't come from me posting nothing. It don't come from nothing else. It come from me doing a gig, doing an event, and other people seeing it and be like, damn, can I? Like, people been in the club and be like, can you do my baby shower? Can you do my
baby shower? She pregnant in the club?
Her cousin.
I'm just talking shit. I'm just
My
talking
girl
shit.
baby shower. You know the niggas be in the club for sure. What you mean?
He said,
Like,
you know,
right. They be in the club and go right back to the pregnant baby mama.
Oh man, nasty work out here in these streets for sure.
And then,
I was talking
and then she
about
be
women
right back
being
in the
pregnant,
streets.
and then you talking about the baby father. See, that's a little different.
Yeah,
You get niggas in trouble, so you gotta relax.
I'm just saying.
He was
It ain't me.
He's
It ain't me.
He was in his man house playing 2K.
You guys are fooling.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I be trying to do.
Good time.
Play the game, stay out the way.
I thought earlier DJ being one of them. How important is that kind of aspect to you, or is that something you kind of are like, hey, that's just part of the culture of the game? Do you like tap into like, yo, I gotta wax, table turn, like all that stuff, or you just like, yo, I play music?
Nah, I don't give a fuck about nobody. Or what they got to say about what the fuck I got going on. I care about.
I like that.
I care about like having a good time, and if that comes with me being good, then yeah, I want to be good so I can have a good time. And everybody else here can have a fucking good time. So yeah, I work at it because I want everybody else to have a good time, and I want to have a good time. It don't got nothing to do with.
No, whatever the.
Nah, I don't care. I really don't. I can't. Nobody who's done anything great cares about the fuck anybody who's trying to block them. That shit is bullshit.
Talked about competitions and that nature. Is that something you will see yourself getting into?
Nah. I don't have the patience to get to that level that it requires technically. Like, there's different ways to control a party. You don't have to. The greatest DJs right now aren't the technically greatest DJs. Like the ones who are at the top, who are the most popular, who make the most money. They're not the best But even in life, that's what it is. It's not only the best technical person. It's who can carry people.
So you're very adamant on understanding the difference between, I guess, like, how should I say, the technical aspect of DJing versus how would you explain I guess because I think you understand what I'm trying to say, like, versus
How long have you been studying the craft of DJing? Because like you respect it like a student.
But understand the game of it like a player. Like, you're like, yo, I don't really need to do it like this, but I understand it is this.
Well, like, not as long as some of my peers. Like, shout out to, like, Boogie and Steve-O. Like, these two DJing since
DJ Steve-O, for sure.
Yeah.
Since we was, like, youngins. So, like...
I feel like we was in high school and that nigga was DJing
time,
clubs.
I wouldn't say I wasn't really into DJing. Like, I was just into music. Like, so I didn't really study DJs. Like, I studied music. Because I was just, like...
I know what a hit is.
Yeah, I listen to music. I always knew what a hit was. Like, that's one thing for sure. Like, and to this day, like, I can listen to a song the first time and know when a hit is a hit. Like, you just know. Some people do, some people don't. And that's a difference, too.
So could you ever see yourself transitioning to the, hey, man, I want to be World DJ of the Year, national champion, you know...
No, I would rather work with an artist and help them like get to like another level. Like, I would prefer like I it's not just like it's the music to me. It's not the DJing. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
it does.
I enjoy music. I love DJing. Don't get me wrong. I love DJing and I love DJing as a craft too. But I love music. Music is the baby.
So when you talk about helping the artists and helping them grow, do you mean like a tour DJ, or you trying to get into engineering?
I mean a tour DJ for sure. That's like
a Chase beat.
Yeah, that's my next. That's like my next, I guess, goal as a DJ. Okay. There's not really much that I haven't done that I care to do, like, at least in this area. Like, I guess I would rather want to be in like big clubs outside of the city, but like for real, I want to tour with the artists, be in different cities. You know what I'm saying? Get to see some different stuff. That's always good. Like I love to travel.
Then DJing at the after party after the concert and shit. Yeah.
In somebody's city, like letting them hear what we got going on. Like, yeah, our shit different. Like they need to hear this shit. So
how often do you play local artists?
all the time. Every fucking set if I can.
Who's one of your favorite? Because you played one last night and I was like, I hear this song all the fucking time.
One of my favorite. I got a lot of favorites, man. I like my favorite.
You can name
Don't
more
pick,
than
don't
one.
pick one
I was about to say,
person.
you don't have to pick one, bro.
I was
Like,
about to say,
you can
nah,
definitely
I
pick
don't
more
have no
than one.
favorite, but like I really fuck with 3-0. Like I fuck with 3-0 shit, fucking like Flock shit, free Fat Trail because I always be playing Fat Trail shit. Like fucking, I play Dizzy shit. Randomly, I be playing no Savage shit like too. This nigga was randomly in Rice Bar. I was DJing like last Saturday. Crazy, he just popped up. Like ain't tell nobody and shit. Just like randomly, I just seen him
Randomly
walking to
one
the
of our
table.
friends' cousins.
Like yeah, like
I fuck with the No
cool as
Savage.
shit.
That new tape is very hard.
Yeah, that new tape crazy.
But then like shout out to my brother fucking LB 1990X.
I was playing the LB the other day.
For sure. Yesterday, I feel like you was bumming out.
Yeah, that's my shit. That's my song.
This guy, like, I remember being with this nigga when he was recording in fucking high school. Like, shit is beautiful. Just to see,
C2C, baby. Niggas wasn't there.
Like, see niggas keep working. Like, that's the thing. Can you keep working? Like, it's hard to keep going in some shit. It's easy to give up.
One question or one last question that I just really been thinking of. When you're partying or when you're DJing, is there a certain like song or moment where you know or you've known that like, all right, I have the crowd? Because you've been talking a lot about knowing when you have the crowd.
Yes, there's a moment. I don't know. There's never a certain song. Like, I mean, sometimes there's a song, but like for the most part, it's just a moment. Like you just know. Like I know when you just see it sway and like it's like a blur almost. Like the party is not even a party no more. You know? It's almost like an out of body experience. Like I don't even be. It ain't even me here no more. It's not even me playing these songs. Like I be fucking floating above the DJ booth, looking at everybody else. Like should be great.
I've
like,
ascended.
Yeah. And it's just like the shit just be rocking. Man. It's awesome. Like I love that. I love that feeling. Like, yeah.
That's hard. I've never really heard of it so like spoken about so euphorically, but
That was very eloquently put.
I really enjoy that. Is there any, because you've talked about like tour DJing or something, one of the last things you haven't done that you want to do, is there anything else that when you kind of, maybe even not DJing, but music, when you think of that you're like, hey, because like, when I think of DJing now, I think of curation. I think of like, the DJ Khaled's of the world, the DJ Mustards.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if he was trying to get into engineering.
See, I'm not, again, the technical thing is just never going to be me. Like, I don't feel like devoting the time to that. So, for me, it would be, if I was to ever get into a role, it would be more so like what Khaled does, like just putting people together. Like, I'm good at getting people together, and I could definitely put some shit together. Like, that's something that I used to do. It's funny because I used to like make mixtapes and shit back in the day. Like early when I first started DJing, that was like how I started too. Like early. So
what we do normally at this point, Mook, you got anything else? I mean, I was gonna say, because you ain't dropping no names. You know, I'm sorry I dropped one of the names early. I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not for R&B Wednesdays, but I'm sorry. Listen, you might get a free promo. Be happy. But with that being said, where's the spots they can catch you at? Is there like, hey, this is where you need to catch me at this part of the week, or you just any and everywhere?
So any and everywhere, just follow me on Instagram. All Hell DJ Zell. That's it. That's all. You'll figure it out from there.
Is there anywhere in the city you want a DJ that you haven't yet?
Rose Bar.
Okay.
That's it. But the Rose Bar is closed, so whenever Rose Bar opens up, they need to call me. Other than that, like I've been.
Call our man, Chan.
Everybody, listen.
Everybody go.
If you haven't logged in with me, they need to call me. But like, as far as right now, though, I am at Cloud though. So Cloud on R&B Wednesdays is a spot. And then 50 Boy Thursdays. So everything 50% off.
BMF.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a good one. And then Friday is Friday.
Is that also at Cloud?
Yes.
Yes.
Friday is Friday at Cloud. It's just a Friday night. Fridays is always crazy. Saturdays I'm at Right Spot. That's my spot. I've been there for half the year. So we've been having a good time. So you ever want to catch
So
me?
you do the U Street, 9th Street corridor.
Yeah. I told my man I wanted to be I was going to be the king at 9th Street.
Mm-hmm.
I just got DJ like
A few more spots. Okay.
It's like fucking 15 spots in that little ass space.
Yeah.
That shit was
Well, we know the
So
spot.
I've been at like 13. That's what I'm telling y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to crown myself as the king. I got to get 2 more. When I get 2 more, changing my name to the king of 9th Street.
I like that.
I can't leave. I was going to leave off
That's
of.
gonna be my daddy. King of 9th Street.
I was going to leave off of that, but now I need a good 9th Street story that has nothing to do with DJ.
I got plenty of good 9th Street stories. I'm not gonna name them names because I don't like to implicate people.
Yeah, never.
But my good man, this is so crazy. So it was a period I think it was like 2020. 2021, early 2021 or 2020. It was a 3-week period where me and my man was leaving the club and we was leaving to go smoke. And after the club, within a 3-week period, it was 3 different times where we was walking out the club and just chilling, just chilling, and somebody enticed him. He knocked them out. 3 nights
In a row?
3 different times in a 3-week period. And it happened and literally right outside on 9th Street. So yeah, shit just happens all the time. I done seen all kinds
So
of crazy
3
shit.
weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. Different nights. Knock somebody out. Good man. It wasn't his fault. And that's the thing. Like people out there be going crazy. And whoever is breaking windows, I implore them to like find something better to do.
I implore them.
Implore. That's what I took from that. He implores.
I don't know what in order to stop breaking windows, but like, please.
You will help them.
Yeah, man. Like, you need to start a GoFundMe for y'all to stop
Busting niggas' windows.
That's broke boy behavior. Don't do that.
Just go get your own fucking gun license. Then you'll be alright. You don't gotta break windows.
Nah, see, you onto some
wanna
nasty
say-
behavior, so we're not get it.
I don't know what you're trying to imply right there. As much as I love guns and stuff like that, like,
I was with him on the first part. The second part,
that was a very Ken interview.
It's deeper than just the windows. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm him.
definitely
That's what we
is.
saying.
Yeah, them people is sick people. That's what I'm telling them. They just need to, you know. That's why I encourage people to get their gun license because.
Oh no, that's what you were saying. You encourage people.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you
encourage
encourage
the
the niggas
niggas
that
that
been
break
breaking
in
windows. No, you been. Oh, okay, never mind. We saw you right. You were right. Nah, you were right. Nah, we misheard.
Nah. I mean, they should get their gun license too because.
No.
I mean,
They already doing wild shit.
I implore everybody to be able to.
That's true. He's a American citizen. I feel what he's saying. He's on that end.
They probably already got records, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's in that case, it's unfortunate for you, brother.
If you succumb to breaking windows,
That's a good point too.
I hate you, by the way. If that's you, I really do. Fucking hate you.
Yeah, I've been seeing you tweet about that.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's
fucking
the
hate
one
them.
thing you seem to be the bane of your existence.
Yeah, that shit happened like to me like 4 times in 3 months.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, man, it's insane. And then like 2 times they broke 2 windows.
That's a lot of money.
And they're not even getting anything. It doesn't seem like.
Nothing. They got nothing. It was like that's what pisses me off the most. It was a waste of all of our time. Like how you waste all of our time? Right?
Everyone involved.
Yourself included.
Yeah, that is just a big inconvenience for all of us. I know they was mad. I hope they like.
That's probably why they broke the
And
other
then
window.
what the funniest part is one time, like the last time they broke my car window, they stole my bag of like DJ cords.
That's like $15 at the palm.
Bruh. I know when they like got to
Finally
where they was going, bruh, them boys was sick. I just know it. And that left me a little bit of joy. Like I was like, yeah, I got about more chords, but them niggas was mad. So
You hear that?
I know they was mad.
Do better.
I know they was.
This is the part where we tell you to look into the camera and say some. Actually, you got anything for brother DJ Zell before we get up?
Nah, I'm good.
Sounding like Chipotle over there. Before we get up out of here, need you stare at the camera and let them know
Feel like wrong
what you need to tell them. Anything from your heart, from yourself.
I love you. Do better. Be better. Like, fucking be amazing. Everybody can be great. Just take your fucking time. Focus on what you need to focus on. Focus on your star player. You'll be awesome.
You hear that? Focus on your Beyonce.
Stop breaking fucking windows.
You'll be honest.
Please.
It's like a
Please. Fuck.
Focus on your Beyonce. That's what he basically told you. Focus on your Beyonce.
My money could be used for better things than windows.
And windows. Stop breaking windows. That's also very important. Stop breaking windows.
And get your gun license.
And get your gun license. Big advocate for gun license. So
retweet.
get your gun license.
And gun safety.
Gun safety. Stop breaking windows. And also, all hail DJ Zell. That's where you find them at. Book them for your next party. Make some noise for all hail DJ Zell.
That was my bomb. I heard him.